Coloring a shaded pencil drawing using Prismacolor colored pencils and denatured alcohol. This technique only works with Prismacolor pencils. It does not work with other brands. The other brands have too much wax in them. It also does not work with regular isopropyl rubbing alcohol from your medicine cabinet. You have to use denatured alcohol, which you can get easily from Amazon or from a hardware store. As you can see, I'm following the three-dimensional forms of the lollipop with colored pencil, and then I am following the three-dimensional form of the lollipop with a Q-tip that is soaked in denatured alcohol. You can't just scribble scrabble across it to blend the colors. It'll look muddy and blurry. You have to actually color in the correct direction as if you're shading. Same rules apply. You go following the three-dimensional form, and then when you blend the colors with the denatured alcohol, you soak a Q-tip, or you can also soak a paper towel in the denatured alcohol, and when you rub it along as if you're still drawing. If there's a texture, you follow the texture. You can blend different colors on top of each other. The more color you lay down, the more the denatured alcohol works to blend the colors and mix them. If there's not a lot of color, it doesn't work that well. So lay down a lot of color, lay down layers of different color on top of each other. And you can take a paper towel, soak it in the denatured alcohol, and then just wrap it around your finger and blend, just like you would be using if you were blending regular pencil. And you can also use a Q-tip. It doesn't work that well to use a paintbrush because the paintbrush does not hold that much alcohol, and the alcohol evaporates very, very quickly. So you need something absorbent like cotton or paper that's going to hold the alcohol in it. For larger areas, a paper towel soaked in it, just soak the tip in it and wrap it around your finger and blend works very well. But notice I'm always following the three-dimensional form. You color right over the shadows. If you shaded something, you color over it, and then you color over the light area with the exact same color. Don't avoid the shadows. They get color too. And because there's a transparency to the colored pencil, you're going to see the shadows right through the colored pencil. It'll look lighter where there's no shadows and darker where there are shadows. In order to add highlights, you can go back over the lightest areas with white, and you can reshade in the darker areas to kind of punch them in to get a three-dimensional form. You have to keep playing around with it. A word about denatured alcohol. It is flammable, so if you're an artist who happens to smoke, do not smoke in your studio while you're using denatured alcohol. God forbid that you accidentally drop a little spark or something into the container and end up letting it on fire. The other thing about denatured alcohol that you need to know is it is poisonous, just like rubbing alcohol from your medicine cabinet is poisonous. It is not grain alcohol like what people drink. It is wood alcohol, and it can be lethal if ingested. However, I do teach high school students, and I think they're intelligent enough and old enough not to ingest poison. And they certainly don't have any open flames in a high school art room, so I think we'll be fine there. It's not poisonous to touch for your skin, but it can be drying on your skin. So I think if you're concerned about dry skin, have some lotion with you, and also possibly, use the Q-tips instead of the paper towels. That's about it. Don't rub too hard because you don't want to abrade the paper. This is Rachel Winneberg, the Helpful Art Teacher, using Prismacolor and denatured alcohol to blend, color a shaded pencil drawing.